Hello and welcome to this video and to another weekend where I have no idea what I'm going to show you, because the original plan was to go to the pub, because when we looked at the weather last weekend it was going to be really nice today. It was going to be like 20 degrees and dry. It's not. It's been raining all day. Luckily we didn't actually book anywhere to go. So yeah, so we're not doing that. So after that I thought, oh, we'll get a Greg's Too Good To Go order, because we haven't done one of those for a little while and I do really want to see what you get from Greg's in those magic bags. So I went to book one of those to pick up on Friday, only for the things to be sold out within like 10 minutes, and I was eating my dinner during that time. So we don't have that either. But what I can do, because it's literally just arrived just as I picked up the camera to talk to you, is talk to you about this. My box of stories package has arrived, so I'm very excited to see what books are in here. That was actually quite a heavy box to lift with one hand. So if you haven't seen my shopping video, which is essentially a Primark haul, but does have a bit about books in it too, you'll know that I was going to go and order my box of stories, which I did, and it's just arrived and I'm so excited to see what books are in it and how far out of my comfort zone I'm going to be, because I've just got a mixed fiction box, so it could have all sorts of things that I don't normally pick up or wouldn't normally pick up. So before we do anything else, I think we're going to get into this box because I can't wait to see what's in it and let you have a look. And when I open it I'll explain a bit more about the company and stuff like that. So bear with me while I open the box, because I won't be able to do that one-handed and no one wants to sit for 10 minutes while I struggle to get a cardboard box open, and I'll come back to you. Right, so I've opened the box. As you can see, they haven't covered it so I can't see the top two books. So the box I've ordered is just a general fiction box, no specific genre in it, although I did complete a little questionnaire where you could pick two genres that you weren't interested in, and I picked horror because I'm a wimp and I don't do horror in any other genre, so I probably wouldn't enjoy it in fiction, and war because it's not my cup of tea. So other than that, I have absolutely no idea what's going to be in this box. So it's $14.99, although you can do a student discount if you've got, I think it's student beans. And a box of stories essentially is there to stop or help prevent books from being pulped. So it says on the flap here, 77 million books are destroyed in the UK every year, which is an insane number of books if you think about it. 83% of those books are pulped before they're even read, which is again just odd. We want to save these amazing books from being lost forever. Every box you get saves 4 amazing books and discover 4 incredible authors. So thank you for helping us on our mission. So it's all sort of authors and stuff that maybe didn't have the marketing budget or whatever to get them into those big bookshops and stuff. So Box of Stories are sort of collecting things and making these surprise boxes. So as I open it, on top there's a little leaflet to say, you know, congratulations. Tell a friend and you can get discounts. It also says that you can... Did I say? So this is a subscription. I think I've said that I'm doing it every 4 months. But you can pause it as many times as you want. You can cancel it anytime. You can swap the box. So if I decided that I wanted a light reads box or a YA box or something, I could change it to that, although specific genre boxes are priced a bit higher than just a general fiction. And it says here, unlock a surprise gift with every 3rd box. So I wonder what they'd send. So yeah, so let's get into the books. So the first one that I saw, oh wow, that's a chunky boy. It's this one, so it's hardback, and it's The Angels of Lovely Lane by Nadine Dorries, which I think might have been on a Kindle deal today on Amazon. From the cover and the cover alone, I'm not sure it's my cup of tea. It looks like one of those ones that your granny would read and that you'd pick up in charity shops and stuff, but withholding judgment. And isn't Nadine Dorries an old MP, or am I making that up? I've certainly heard of her as an author. So let's look at the blurb. It's 1958 and 5 very different girls are arriving at the nurses' home in Lovely Lane, Liverpool, to start their training at St Angela's Hospital. Dana has escaped from her family farm on the west coast of Ireland. Victoria is running away from a debt-ridden aristocratic background. Beth is an army brat and throws in her lot with bitchy Celia Forsyth. And Pammy has come from quite the wrong side of the tracks in Liverpool. Now they find themselves in a very different world, from formidable matron to terrifying Sister Antrobus, from kind housekeeper Mrs. Duffy to Desi, who rules the porter's lads, not to mention the doctors who range from crusty to glamorous. Everyone has their place at St Angelus, and woe betide anyone who strays from it. But when an unknown girl is admitted after a botched late abortion in a backstreet kitchen, a tragedy begins to unfold which will rock the world of St Angelus to its foundations. So there could be bits in here that I find intriguing. Certainly out of my comfort zone, which is what I was after. Eventually we'll give it a go, and just to add with all of these, I do a monthly book review, so if you're interested in knowing what I thought of these books, then please subscribe, and eventually I will get round to reading them, and I will let you know. So the second book is We Are the Survivors by Tash R. I'm thinking sort of fantasy, thrillery kind of vibes from the front. This one retails for $12.99. The box itself is $14.99. What's this one's retail price? $18.99. So this book alone is more than the box. Anyway, the blurb for We the Survivors. Lee Hock Lai, known to his friends as R. Hock, is a young man with vague ideas of living in a better place than the Malaysian village he is born into, where families harvest cockles from the polluted mudflats. He follows the rules and strives to improve himself in a country that promises riches and security to everyone, but in reality delivers them only to a chosen few. With Asian society changing around him, Ahok remains trapped in a world of poorly paid jobs that just about allows him to keep his head above water. But what leads Ahok to kill a man? We, the Survivors, is a vivid and compelling description of years building up to a shocking act of violence. A confession told over several days to a local journalist whose life has taken a very different course. Devastating and poignant, it is a portrait of an outsider like no other, an anti-nostalgic view of human life and the ravages of hope. Ooh, that actually sounds kind of interesting. I don't think I have ever read a book set in Malaysia, so it could give me a bit of insight into... I mean, I have visited, I've been there on holiday, but that sounds kind of interesting. I feel like it might be a bit slow to get into, but once you do, it could be quite good. So again, looking forward to giving that a go. Where do we go next? Which one can I get at? So then we have All the Beautiful Lies by Peter Swanson. We're just watching Parks and Recreation, so Swanson, I just think of Ron, from the author of The Kind Worth Killing, so it'll be another sort of crimey one by the looks of it. In a dark and brilliant guessing game of a novel, Peter Swanson once again displays his unique gift of reprising and refreshing mystery writing's greatest tropes. On the eve of his college graduation, Harry is called home by his stepmother Alice to their house on the Maine coast following the unexpected death of his father. But who really is Alice, his father's much younger second wife? In a brilliant split narrative, Peter Swanson teases out the stories and the damage that lie in her past. And as her story entwines with Harry's in the present, things grow increasingly dark and threatening. Will Harry be able to see any of it clearly through the fog of his own confused feelings? Interesting. Cool. And then the last book, another hardback. Oh, I can't get out the box. Sorry, I'm interested now about the retail prices of this. This again is $12.99. So the last book, another hardback one, is Edgar and Lucy by Victor Lodato. Lodato? I don't know if I'm saying this. Again, an $18.99 book, so we're well over what I paid for the box in terms of RRP. Right. Edgar and Lucy is a stunning examination on family love and betrayal. 8-year-old Edgar Finney lives in New Jersey with his mother Lucy and his grandmother Florence. He remembers nothing of the childhood accident people still whisper about. He knows only that his father is gone, his mother has a limp, and his grandmother believes in ghosts. When Edgar befriends a strange man with his own tragic story, the boy begins a journey into a secret wilderness where nothing is clear, not even the line between the living and the dead. In order to save her son, Lucy has no choice but to confront the demons of her past. Profound, shocking and brilliant, Edgar and Lucy is a thrilling adventure and the unlikeliest love story. Ooh. Do you know what? I think this one might be the one I'll pick up first. It's the one that certainly got my interest. So that's all of the books. It looks like we've got quite a few sort of thrillery mystery stuff, but from different points of view. And definitely ones I would never have picked up if I'd seen them in a bookshop. I have only heard of one of the authors before. And yeah, I'm excited to give them a go. I'm quite impressed with them. I obviously haven't read the books, but I'm quite impressed with the box of stories. Obviously I ordered it because I wanted to push myself a little bit and get myself out of reading the same books over and over again, but from different authors. Because I do read a lot of, I guess, romancy kind of contemporary books, which is kind of the same story but different people and different locations. And none of these are that kind of book, so excited to give them a go. And I've now rambled on about books for quite a long time, but I should probably go and do something else. I think I'm going to go and now make some chocolate chip cookies. Right, to continue the bookish theme, if you saw my book review that had All That She Can See by Carrie Hope Fletcher in it, you'll know at the back I said there were some recipes that I wanted to try. Well, today's that day. I'm going to make the chocolate chip recipe that's in the back of that book. I have actually taken a photo of it on my phone so that I don't get the book dirty. But let's see how these ones turn out. Should be fairly easy to make some chocolate chip cookies, although every time I've tried to make biscuits or cookies before, they haven't turned out quite the way I anticipated. But let's give this one a go. I'm obviously having a very book-heavy weekend, and that, at the moment, pleases me greatly because I'm a bit obsessed about books at the moment. But, right, let's get all what I need out, and then I'll come back to you. Right, I decided to listen to a bit of music while I was doing this today. So the sugar and butter are mixed, and now I need to beat in the egg and the vanilla, and then sieve the flour. Easy. Just had a bit of an accident and I'm wearing all black today. Oops. I'm going to have to do several batches because my thing only has so much and there's a lot left. But that's fine because they only take about 10 minutes to cook, so we can do them in batches. And there we go. Chocolate chip cookies done. Now, let's go. As per usual, because it's my new thing to do at the weekend, I'm going to go and scrape the carpet in the hallway. Yay! Also, I decided to do bigger ones because these seem just that little bit too small. And this sheet has for small cookies and big cookies. So I thought, give it a go. Right, now I'm going to go and scrape the hall. Just come into the bedroom to come and get the carpet scraper. To find that Jeff has done this to it. And the rest of the stuff is on the bed. That dog lulls us into a sense of false security because he hasn't chewed anything for such a long time, like we're talking months. And then he's gone and done this. He's been eyeing it up actually, should have known. And he's been in a really weird mood today, so if he was going to do something mischievous and naughty, today was the day. And this is what he's done. I wonder if we can tape the end of it and I can still use it. I think we might have to order some more. I was always going to order an extra one so that like Pete can do it as well as me, because we only have one, but grr at that dog. Right, I got Peter Thompson, King of Tape, to fix the handle. Hopefully it'll still be comfortable enough to use. Doing this in black jogging bottoms was a mistake. That took quite a long time. It was quite tiring. So I don't know what to do now. I was going to read, but I feel like I need to just sit and watch something for a little bit before I then read. Oh, I'm covered in stuff. To continue with the theme, I'm trying to find people on YouTube or BookTube, same thing, but they talk about books, that I get on with and that read similar things to me. I'm finding everybody reads fantasy books and I'm not the biggest fantasy reader. So it's a bit difficult to find someone whose reading preferences are aligned with my own. I also don't get how they all know what the genres are, but there we go. So I'm gonna just settle for a little while, maybe watch a video or two on YouTube, and then I'll probably sit and read my book. Sounds like a plan. So after I left you, we got some food delivered and we watched another one of the Oscar films. We watched, what's it called?
Judas and the Black Messiah.
There you go, Judas and the Black Messiah. As you can tell, it made a huge impact on me. I think that's probably the worst of the Oscar films that we've watched. The story was interesting, it's sort of like Black Panthers and the guy infiltrating and, you know, being an informant for the FBI. But there were times that they spoke so quickly that I just couldn't pick up the words. It kind of lost both mine and Pete's attention. So not our favourite one. That's what we did this evening. I'm kind of tired, so I'm off to bed. So if you've enjoyed this video, this very bookish video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already and you fancy it and you want to know what I thought about the Box of Stories books, please go ahead and subscribe. And that's just Pete taking the dog for a walk, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!